Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about something very important. Mistakes. Not the mistakes you make once, but the mistakes you keep repeating. Because the truth is, one mistake can teach you a lesson. But repeating the same mistake again and again can destroy your life. Many people suffer not because life is hard, but because they refuse to learn. In this video, you will learn the mistakes you should never repeat if you want peace, respect, and a strong life. And if you listen carefully, this video will not only change your thinking, it will also improve your English step by step. Now let's begin. Mistake 1. Never trust a traitor twice. The first mistake, and one of the most painful mistakes in life. Never trust a traitor twice. Now understand this very clearly. A traitor is not someone who made a small mistake by accident. A traitor is someone who knew your trust, knew your feelings, knew your loyalty, and still chose to break it. They looked at your honesty and still lied. They saw your support and still betrayed you. They understood your value and still disrespected you. This is not a mistake. This is a decision. And the biggest problem is, most people don't learn after the first betrayal. They forgive too quickly. They trust too easily again. They give second chances, without seeing real change. And then, they get hurt again. Listen carefully. The first time someone betrays you, it breaks your heart. But the second time, it breaks your self-respect. Because now, you knew who they were, but you still ignored the truth. You told yourself things like, maybe they were confused. Maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe they will change. But deep inside, you already knew. You already felt that something was wrong. The truth is simple. People show their real character in their actions, not in their words. A traitor may say sorry. A traitor may cry. A traitor may promise to change. But words are easy. Change is hard. Real change takes time, consistency, and pain. And most people are not ready to go through that process. So they repeat the same behavior again and again. That is why you must protect yourself. Not by becoming cold, not by hating people, but by becoming wise. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to prove anything. Just step back. Just observe. And most importantly, don't give the same level of trust again, because trust is not free. Trust is something people earn slowly. And once it is broken, it should never return to the same level. Respect yourself enough to say, you had your chance, and you lost it. Remember this line for your life. Forgive if you want, but never forget what they showed you. Forgiveness gives you peace, but forgetting the lesson brings back the pain. Your life becomes powerful the moment you stop giving unlimited chances to people who don't deserve it. Because not everyone who says sorry deserves another place in your life. Some people are meant to be lessons, not forever connections. So learn, grow, and move forward. And never, ever trust a traitor twice. Mistake 2. Never expect honesty from a liar. The second mistake, and a very dangerous mistake. Never expect honesty from a liar. Now think about this deeply. A liar is not someone who lies once because of fear or pressure. A liar is someone who chooses lies again and again, until lying becomes normal for them. For them, lying is not wrong. Lying is easy. They lie to protect themselves. They lie to hide the truth. They lie to control situations. They lie because they know people will believe them. And the biggest mistake you can make is this: You keep expecting truth from someone who lives in lies. You keep hoping. Maybe this time they will be honest. Maybe now they will tell the truth. Maybe they have changed. But the truth is, honesty is not a one-time action. It is a character. Just like a disciplined person doesn't suddenly become lazy, a liar doesn't suddenly become honest without deep change. And deep change is rare. Very rare. Most liars don't change. They just become better at hiding their lies. They learn how to speak more confidently. They learn how to act innocent. They learn how to make you doubt yourself. Yes, this is important. A liar can make you question your own reality. You start thinking, maybe I am overthinking. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I misunderstood. But inside, something feels wrong. That feeling is your awareness. Don't ignore it. Because your mind may get confused. But your instincts often see the truth first. Now understand this clearly. When you expect honesty from a liar, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Again and again. Because they will not give you what they don't have. You cannot expect loyalty from someone who enjoys deception. You cannot expect truth from someone who is comfortable lying. It is like expecting water from a dry well. No matter how much you try, nothing will come out. So what should you do? First, stop arguing with them, because arguing with a liar is useless. They will twist words. They will change stories. They will confuse you. Instead, step back and observe patterns. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do, because actions always reveal the truth. Second, stop explaining yourself again and again. A liar already knows the truth. They just don't want to accept it. So your explanations will not change them. You are not responsible for fixing someone who chooses dishonesty. Third, create distance. Not with anger, but with clarity. Distance is not weakness. Distance is protection. It protects your peace. It protects your mind. It protects your energy. And most importantly, it protects your self-respect. Because staying close to a liar slowly damages your confidence. You start doubting yourself. You start feeling insecure. You start losing trust in people. And that is dangerous. So protect yourself early. Remember this powerful truth. Not everyone deserves your trust, and not everyone deserves your attention. Some people are meant to teach you a lesson. The lesson is simple. Believe actions, not words. Because words can lie, but actions cannot hide for long. So, learn from the pain, understand the pattern, and walk away with wisdom. And never, ever expect honesty from a liar. Mistake 3. Never allow people who left your life on their own to return easily. The third mistake, and one that silently destroys your self-respect. Never allow people who left your life by choice to return easily. Now understand this deeply. Not everyone who leaves your life is forced to leave. Some people don't leave because they had no option. They leave because they wanted to. They chose distance. They chose silence. They chose a life without you. And when they left, they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew your value. They knew your love. They knew your presence. But still, they walked away. This is important, because many people try to justify their leaving. They say, maybe they were confused, maybe they needed space, maybe it was a difficult time. But the truth is, when someone truly values you, they don't walk away so easily. Yes, life can be hard. Yes, situations can be complicated. But people who truly care communicate. They explain. They stay. They don't disappear. Now here comes the dangerous part. After some time, they come back. Suddenly they message you. Suddenly they act like nothing happened. Suddenly they want to be part of your life again. And your heart says, maybe this time it will be different. Maybe they realized my value. Maybe they truly changed. But stop. Think clearly. Ask yourself one question. Why are they back now? Is it because they truly respect you? Or is it because they need something? Many people don't come back because they love you. They come back because their options failed. Their new life didn't work. Their new people didn't stay. Their situation changed. So they return to what was once comfortable. And if you open the door easily, you are teaching them something dangerous, that they can leave anytime and return anytime, without consequences. This destroys your self-respect, because now your value becomes temporary. You become an option, not a priority. And once someone sees you as an option, they will treat you like one. They will leave again. They will ignore you again. They will repeat the same pattern. Why? Because nothing changed. Only time passed. Real change is not just coming back. Real change is understanding, responsibility, and consistent actions. Without that, it's just a cycle. Leave, come back. Hurt, repeat. So what should you do? First, don't react emotionally. When they come back, your emotions will rise. Memories will come back. Feelings will return. But don't decide with emotions. Decide with clarity. Second, don't give instant access. You don't need to block them immediately. But you also don't need to welcome them immediately. Let them show consistency. Let them prove change. Let time test their intentions. Because anyone can say, I've changed, but very few can show it. Third, set boundaries. This is very important. Boundaries tell people how they can treat you. Without boundaries, people will cross limits again and again. Say clearly, even if only in your mind, my life is not a place where people come and go freely. You deserve stability. You deserve respect. You deserve consistency. And finally, understand this powerful truth. Not everyone who returns deserves a place in your life again. Some people come back just to remind you why you had to let them go. Your growth begins when you stop reopening doors that once hurt you. Your strength shows when you say, you left once, and that was enough. Because your life is moving forward, not backward. And the moment you stop allowing temporary people to have permanent access, your peace becomes stronger. So learn the lesson. Respect your journey, protect your heart, and never, ever allow people who left your life by choice to return easily. Mistake 4. Never seek advice from foolish people. The fourth mistake, and one that quietly ruins your future. Never seek advice from foolish people. Now this is very important to understand. Not everyone who speaks confidently is wise. Not everyone who gives advice knows what they are talking about. Some people speak loudly, but think very little. Some people give advice quickly, but have no real experience. And if you are not careful, you will start following their words. And that is dangerous, because advice is powerful. One wrong advice can waste your time, your energy, even your life direction. Now think about this. If someone has no discipline in their life, can they guide you about success? If someone is always confused, can they guide you about clarity? If someone keeps making poor decisions, can they guide you about the right path? The answer is simple. No. But still, many people make this mistake. They go to friends who are lost and ask them for direction. They go to people who have achieved nothing and ask them how to succeed. They listen to opinions instead of seeking wisdom. And slowly, without realizing, they start walking on the wrong path. Listen carefully. Not all advice is equal. Some advice lifts you, some advice destroys you. Foolish people give advice based on emotion, not logic. Temporary feelings, not long-term thinking. Fear, not courage. They might say things like, "Don't try, it's too risky." Stay comfortable. Why struggle? People like us can't do big things. And if you listen to them, you will start limiting yourself. You will start doubting yourself. You will start shrinking your dreams. And one day, you will realize you didn't fail because you were not capable. You failed because you followed the wrong voices. Now understand this powerful truth. Advice should come from experience, not just opinion. Before taking advice from anyone, ask yourself, is this person living the life I want? If they are not, then their advice is not for you, because people can only guide you to the level they have reached. If they have never walked your path, they cannot show you the way. Now, this doesn't mean you should disrespect anyone, but it means you must be selective. Very selective. Because your future depends on the voices you listen to. So what should you do? First, observe before you listen. Don't get impressed by words. Look at their life. Look at their habits. Look at their results. Because results don't lie. Second, choose mentors, not just advisors. A mentor is someone who has experience, someone who has failed and learned, someone who understands the journey. Even if they speak less, their words will have weight. Third, learn to trust your own thinking. Many times, deep inside, you already know the answer, but you look for outside validation. You ask 10 different people and get 10 different opinions. And then, you get confused. Sometimes, silence is better than noise. Take time, think clearly, and make your own decision. Because in the end, you are the one who will live with the results. Remember this line for your life. Wrong advice is more dangerous than no advice. If you don't know something, you can learn. But if you follow the wrong direction, you will go far away from where you want to be. So protect your mind, protect your decisions, and protect your future. Because one right piece of advice can change your life. And one foolish piece of advice can destroy years of your effort. So choose wisely. And never, ever seek advice from foolish people. Mistake 5. Never expect time or support from selfish and opportunistic people. The 5th mistake, and one that slowly breaks your heart. Never expect time, care, or support from selfish and opportunistic people. Now understand this clearly. Selfish people don't think like you. They don't feel like you. They don't care like you. Their world is simple. What can I get? Not, how can I help? They measure every relationship by benefit. They stay when it is useful. They leave when it is not. And the most painful part is, they don't always show this in the beginning. At first, they may act kind. They may talk sweetly. They may behave like they care. But slowly, their true nature appears. You will notice something. They only call you when they need something. They only remember you when they are in trouble. They only give time when it benefits them. But when you need them, they are busy. They disappear. They make excuses. And still, many people keep expecting from them. They wait for their message. They hope for their support. They believe, maybe this time they will show up for me. But they don't. Because selfish people don't change based on your expectations. They act based on their needs. And this is where the mistake happens. You expect loyalty from someone who only knows opportunity. You expect care from someone who only knows benefit. You expect presence from someone who only shows up when it is convenient. And every time you expect, you get disappointed. Again and again. Listen carefully. Expectation from the wrong person is the root of emotional pain. Not because you are wrong, but because you are expecting from someone who cannot give it. Now think about this. Have they ever been there for you without a reason? Have they ever supported you when it was difficult? Have they ever given their time without benefit? If the answer is no, then why are you expecting anything? Hope is beautiful, but blind hope is dangerous because it keeps you stuck in the same cycle. Waiting, hoping, getting hurt, and repeating. Now understand something powerful. Selfish people don't feel guilty. They don't sit and think, I should have helped them. No, they move on easily because for them, you were never a priority. You were just an option. And when you understand this truth, everything becomes clear. So what should you do? First, stop expecting. This is the most important step. The moment you stop expecting, your disappointment ends. You stop waiting. You stop chasing. You stop feeling hurt. Because now, you understand reality. Second, change your energy direction. Instead of giving your time to selfish people, give your time to people who truly value you. People who listen, people who care, people who show up without conditions. Because your energy is precious. Don't waste it where it is not respected. Third, learn to give without expecting return, but with awareness. This is important. You can be kind. You can help others. But don't be blind. Don't give everything to someone who gives you nothing. Balance is power. Fourth, create emotional boundaries. Just because someone is in your life doesn't mean they deserve full access to your time and energy. Limit your availability. Protect your peace. Because your time is your life. And giving your time to the wrong people is giving your life to the wrong place. Remember this powerful truth. Not everyone who is around you is for you. Some people are there only for their benefit. And the moment the benefit ends, they disappear. So don't build expectations with temporary people. Build strength within yourself. Because real peace comes when you depend less on others and trust more in yourself. And the moment you stop expecting from selfish people, you start respecting yourself. So learn this lesson deeply. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Protect your heart. And never, ever expect time or support from selfish and opportunistic people. Mistake 6. Never take knowledge or guidance from immoral individuals. The sixth mistake, and one that silently shapes your entire life. Never take knowledge or guidance from immoral individuals. Now this is very deep, so understand it carefully. A person can be intelligent. A person can be successful. A person can have money, power, and influence. But if that person has no values, they are dangerous. Very dangerous. Because they don't just teach you skills, they teach you their way of thinking. And thinking creates behavior. Behavior creates habits. Habits create your life. So if you learn from someone who is immoral, slowly, without realizing, you start becoming like them. At first it feels normal. You think, they are successful, so I should follow them. but you don't see the full truth. Maybe they cheat. Maybe they lie. Maybe they manipulate people. Maybe they hurt others for their own gain. And if you accept their guidance, you also accept their methods. You start believing. It's okay to lie if it gives results. It's okay to use people if it helps me grow. It's okay to ignore right and wrong if I succeed. And this is where your downfall begins. Because success without values is not real success. It may give you money, but it will take your peace. It may give you power, but it will destroy your character. And one day, you will look at yourself and not recognize who you have become. Now understand this powerful truth. Who you learn from is more important than what you learn, because knowledge is not just information. Knowledge carries intention. If the source is wrong, the direction will also be wrong. Even if the results look good for a short time, the long-term damage will be heavy. Now think about this. Would you learn honesty from a dishonest person? Would you learn respect from someone who disrespects others? Would you learn discipline from someone who lives in chaos? No, because their life itself shows the truth. But still, many people ignore this. They see money and get impressed. They see fame and get attracted. They see success and stop questioning. They don't ask, how did this person reach here? And that is the mistake, because the path matters, the process matters, not just the result. Now listen carefully. You don't just learn skills from people. You absorb their mindset. If your mentor is greedy, you become greedy. If your mentor is dishonest, you become dishonest. If your mentor lacks values, you lose your values. And once your values are gone, everything else slowly falls apart. So what should you do? First, look beyond success. Don't just look at what they have. Look at how they live. Do they respect others? Do they speak truth? Do they act with integrity? Because real success is not just outside, it is inside. Second, choose role models with strong character. Find people who are not only successful, but also honest, disciplined, and respectful. Even if their success is slow, it is real, and it will guide you in the right direction. Third, build your own moral foundation. Don't blindly follow anyone. Think, question, understand right and wrong, because in the end, you are responsible for your actions, not your mentor. Fourth, be patient. Sometimes the wrong path gives fast results, but the right path gives lasting results. Choose long-term peace over short-term gain. Always. Remember this line for your life. It is better to grow slowly with values than to rise quickly without them, because a life built without values will collapse one day. But a life built with integrity will stand strong forever. So protect your character. Protect your thinking. Choose your teachers wisely. Because the person you follow today will shape the person you become tomorrow. And never, ever take knowledge or guidance from immoral individuals. Mistake 7. Never expect respect from rude or ill-mannered people. The 7th mistake, and one that slowly damages your self-worth. Never expect respect from rude or ill-mannered people. Now understand this deeply. Respect is not something everyone knows how to give. Some people were never taught it. Some people never learned it. And some people simply don't care. Rude people speak without thinking. They act without understanding. They behave without empathy. They interrupt you. They ignore your feelings. They talk in a harsh and disrespectful way. And no matter how kind you are, no matter how polite you behave, they will still treat you badly. This is where the mistake happens. You try to earn their respect. You become extra nice. You stay quiet when they insult you. You tolerate their behavior again and again. You think, maybe if I am more patient, maybe if I explain calmly, maybe if I adjust, then they will change. But they don't. Because the truth is, respect is not created by your effort. It comes from their character. If a person has no respect inside them, they cannot give it to you, no matter how good you are. Now listen carefully. Rude people don't behave badly because of you. They behave badly because of who they are. It is their habit. It is their mindset. It is their personality. So stop taking it personally. Their behavior is a reflection of them, not your worth. This is very important, because when you keep expecting respect from rude people, you start doubting yourself. You start thinking, am I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? Why don't they respect me? And slowly, your confidence goes down. Your self-respect becomes weak. And you start accepting behavior that you should never accept. Now understand this powerful truth. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If you stay silent when someone disrespects you, they will continue. If you tolerate rude behavior again and again, they will think it is normal. And if you keep giving them access to your life, they will never change. So what should you do? First, stop expecting respect from them. The moment you stop expecting, you stop feeling hurt, because now you understand reality. Second, set clear boundaries. You don't have to shout, you don't have to fight, but you must be firm. If someone crosses the line, limit your interaction. If someone disrespects you, distance yourself, because boundaries protect your peace. Third, don't try to prove your worth. This is a big mistake. You don't need to prove anything to rude people. They are not your judge. They are not your standard. Your value does not depend on their behavior. Know your worth and stand by it. Fourth, choose your environment wisely. Surround yourself with people who respect you, who listen to you, who treat you with kindness. Because the right environment builds you. The wrong environment breaks you. Remember this powerful line. If respect is not given, distance should be taken. You deserve to be treated with dignity. You deserve to be spoken to with care. And if someone cannot give you basic respect, they don't deserve your presence. So stop chasing respect from the wrong people. Start protecting your self-respect. Because the moment you respect yourself, you will stop accepting less from others. And that is where your real power begins. So learn this lesson deeply. Stand strong, set boundaries, choose peace, and never, ever expect respect from rude or ill-mannered people. Mistake 8. Stay away from those who never accept their mistakes. The final mistake, and one of the most exhausting experiences in life. Stay away from people who never accept their mistakes. Now understand this very deeply. Everyone makes mistakes. Every human being is imperfect. Every person fails at some point. But strong people do one thing differently. They accept their mistakes. They say, yes, I was wrong. I need to improve. I will do better. And because of this, they grow. But there is another type of person. A very difficult type. People who never accept their mistakes. No matter what happens, they are always right in their own eyes. If something goes wrong, they blame you. If they hurt you, they justify it. If you try to explain, they twist the situation. And slowly, You start feeling confused. You start thinking, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I am the problem. But the truth is, you are not the problem. You are just dealing with someone who refuses to take responsibility. And this is dangerous, because without responsibility, there is no change. And without change, the same behavior repeats again and again. Now think about this. If someone never accepts their mistakes, will they ever improve? No. If someone never says sorry, will they ever understand your pain? No. If someone always blames others, will they ever fix themselves? No. So what happens? You get stuck in a cycle. They hurt you. You explain. They deny. You feel bad. They repeat. Again. And again. And again. And this cycle slowly destroys your peace because you are trying to fix something that the other person doesn't even see as wrong. Listen carefully. You cannot grow with someone who refuses to grow. You cannot build a healthy relationship with someone who avoids responsibility. You cannot find peace with someone who creates confusion. And the worst part is, these people often act very confident. They speak strongly. They defend themselves aggressively. They never show weakness. And because of this, you start doubting yourself even more. But don't get fooled. Confidence without accountability is not strength. It is ego. Now understand this powerful truth. Growth begins where ego ends. But these people live in ego. They don't want to be wrong. They don't want to feel guilty. They don't want to change. So they protect their ego, even if it hurts you. Now the question is, what should you do? First, stop trying to prove them wrong. This is a trap. You will explain again and again, but they will not accept it because they are not listening to understand. They are listening to defend. So stop wasting your energy. Second, stop expecting an apology. This is important. If someone never accepts their mistakes, they will never truly say sorry. And even if they say it, it will not be real. So stop waiting for closure from them. Give closure to yourself. Third, create distance. This is not about anger. This is about protection. Distance protects your mental peace. Distance protects your emotional health. Because staying close to such people will slowly drain you. Fourth, trust your reality. Don't let them confuse you. If something felt wrong, it was wrong. If something hurt you, it mattered. Don't ignore your own feelings just because they deny everything. Your experience is valid. Always. Remember this powerful line. You cannot change someone who doesn't see a problem in their actions. So stop trying. Instead, focus on yourself. Focus on your growth. Focus on your peace. Focus on people who are willing to learn and improve, because life becomes lighter when you stop carrying people who refuse to carry their own responsibility. So learn this lesson deeply. Choose peace over arguments. Choose clarity over confusion. Choose growth over ego-driven people. And most importantly, stay away from those who never accept their mistakes, because protecting your peace is your responsibility. So remember this. Life will always give you lessons. People will come. People will go. Some will stay. And some will break you. But your real power is this: to learn and never repeat the same mistake again. Because the moment you stop repeating your mistakes, your life starts changing. Your peace becomes stronger. Your decisions become wiser. And your self-respect becomes unbreakable. Don't go back to what hurt you. Don't trust what already broke you. And don't ignore the lessons life is trying to teach you. Choose better. Think better. Become stronger. Day by day. And if this video helped you even a little, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Because one right message, at the right time, can truly change a life. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.